Yeah, hello Hassan, how are you? We continue with our lesson from yesterday. We have now this equation here, the absolute value of x minus 5 equal to. As I told you, when you find something like with an absolute, that means it have two signs, negative and positive. So you solve it in this way, x minus 5 equal 2, and then you say x minus 5 equal minus 2, and you find the value of x. This one, the third one, x plus 4 equal 3, it is solved in the right side. Again, this equation, it is on the absolute value, correct? Equal 3. That means we have two cases. It is either x plus 4 equal 3, and then x equal 3 minus 4, which is minus 1. You bring 4 to the other side, okay? And case 2 is x plus 4 equal minus 3. So once it is equal to 3, and once it's equal to minus 3. Always you give two negative, one but negative and one positive, and then you find the value of x. You bring plus 4 in the other side is going to be minus 3, and then that means minus 3 minus 4, which it means minus 7. So the solution for this equation, the absolute value of x plus 4 equal 3 is x equal minus 1 and x equal minus 7. Try to do it again and then I will check you in the other video. Now we come to this one here. We have found the constant of a linear equation. The equation of the line is y equal 2x plus c. If the line passes through the point 3 and 11, find c. Very easy. He's given you a point, 3 and 11. 3 is x and 11 is y. I told you always the first number in the coordination is the first one is x here and this is y. So because the line passes through, because this line, y equal 2x plus c, passes through this point, 311, that means you can substitute the values of x and y in the equation and you find c. Just like this, the equation is y equal 2x plus c. The point 311 is on the line. It has to be on the line so that you can substitute them. X is 3 and y is 11. So you put here y 11 and x is 3 in the place of x. This x is just like a cup. You bring the 3 and you put it in the x. It's going to be 2, 3. It means 2 times 3. So 2 times 3 is 6 and 11. You bring 6 in the other side, going to be minus 6. Minus 6 plus 11 is 5. So C is 5, with which it means the intercept of the line. Which line? This line. This is the intercept of this line with the y-axis. I told you the intersection with the lines is always with the y-axis, not the x-axis, okay? This C represents the intercept with the y-axis. If you write the equation again, you write y equal to x plus 5, or something like that. You write the equation. Don't substitute the values of x and y now. Just write them as variables. Y equal to x plus 5. We wanted to find. So the equation, also we have another equation, and the line now passes through this point. You do it exactly the same way. You substitute the values of 1 and 6 in the equation to find c, which is 10, and then you write the equation again. This one, he gave you a formula, C equal 6h plus 8. C stands for cost, تكلفة, equals 6h. H is the hours, okay? Hours of something, right? Hours of working, hours of something. Plus 8. 8 is the extra cost of the equation. So how I do that? Where are the number of hours? So you have to know what are these variables. What is C? C is the cost, H is the hours. So number one, find the cost for 5 hours. You just substitute the value of 5 in the h and the hours. So it's going to be 5 times 6, 30 plus 8, 38. So the cost is $38. It is solved here. Look, the hours is 5. You substitute exactly in the h instead of h because h stands for hours. And so you have to put hours in the place of h, okay? So the cost equal now 6 times 5, 30 plus 8, which is 38 hours. Okay, 38 AED, Emirati dirham or something it's in. This is the same here, but this time we don't speak about hours, we speak about W. What is W? Before you solve anything like this, you have to understand what are these for. C is for cost, تكلفة. W stands for what? Weight in kilograms. So this is the weight in kilograms. Okay. Find the cost when the weight is 7 kilograms. So you put instead of W here, you put 7. So it's going to be like C equal 4 times 7 plus 10. And second, find the weight if the cost is 42. So this time he wants two requirements. The first requirement, he tell you how much is the cost when the weight is that much. And the second requirement, he went from you the weight how much when the cost is that much. You only substitute the values. So this is the equation. This is in the red box. This is the real equation, okay? So find the cost when the weight is 7 kilograms. You only substitute 7 in place of W because we are speaking about the weight and you know W is the weight, okay? So you substitute 7 instead of the weight and then 4 times 7, 28 plus 10, 38. So the cost is 38 when the weight is 7, okay? The weight is 7, the cost is 38 AED. Now, what is the weight when the cost is that much? So we substitute now the value of the weight. So we have set up the equation 42 equal. Now you see this is the variable. When you see a variable, that means this is the value which we are solving the equation for. So how much is this equation when the cost is 42? What we do? Subtract 10 from both sides. Why? So that I leave W alone. You know, we're trying to leave, I'm solving the equation for W. So I have to get rid of all the numbers beside it. So first I get rid of 10, which is I minus 10 both sides, and then I divide by 4 until you find W is equal to 8. So the weight will going to be 8 when the 8 kilograms. Why? When the cost is 42. So only you have to use this equation on the right. You have to know what is C and what is W. He can give you W to find C, or he give you C to find W. This is how you find W when he give you the cost. Now, the sum, let us do this in another video.